Hello everyone, this is Oxygen Not Included, and we're gonna start the adventure. Now, as first we're gonna start the game, you're gonna have a few options, game options, you go to them, you select them as you wish. There's nothing really that important, graphics and all that, you know, sound and everything else. Afterwards you're gonna start with this sort of panel, I guess, or window, in which you can actually choose your crew. I think they're called replicants or something. Well, I guess we're gonna get to know them best in a minute. Now you can shuffle them directly, or you can recreate the world every time, but that's like, well, not out of purpose, but it takes too much time to recreate the world every time. You just shuffle them around until you get what you want, or at least you need. First tip, I guess, of the game would be to have a guy that at least can cook. Not that important, but it's good to have a good cook, I guess, at least as far as I'm concerned, because he would produce food at a much greater speed. That's basically all they do, to be honest. You're gonna need an athletic guy, because as you're first gonna start your colony, you're gonna need someone to produce energy, and they produce energy by running into a mouse wheel, basically. Yeah, that's fun. And you also need a guy, as it's called, a scientist, who can actually do science for you and research. Quite important, quite important, the research, because by researching and finishing the said research, you're going to be able to open more and more options for you to build up, or I guess to build and or create, and thus making your colony more viable, especially since as time is going to pass, as the name says, oxygen is not included, so you're going to need to produce it some way. Now, another tip before we actually start the game is, well, the game as it's built right now, because it's in early development, it's basically a lose-lose situation. You can't really go forever with your colony indifferently what you're actually going to do. As long as you don't have enough water anymore, your colony is doomed, because you're not going to be able to make food or oxygen, because at a certain point you're really going to need water for both of these things. As you first start the game, you have a lot of resources and you can pretty much pull it through, but afterwards, after a while, nasty things start to build up within your area and colony and so on and so forth. Okay, now getting past that, a way to actually try to maintain a certain momentum, and I guess a way you can make your colony more extended in time, or maybe not extended in time, but more viable in time, would be to have all of them to be as stress response to be a vomiter. Yeah, that's nasty, I know, and it's going to produce a lot of stress as well. But the thing is, if they vomit, that's basically water. If you can collect it and refine it, you're going to have water once more. I have no clue though if enough vomiters in your colony are actually going to produce enough vomit so that you can actually reproduce the water, or I guess recollect the water from that vomit. Yeah, I know, it's just nasty, but that's the way it works so far. As I said, the game, we're gonna actually embark over here. I guess I could rename this guy. This way you actually know how to rename them. There we go, that should be just about fine. So we have a runner, we have a chef, a chef, but we don't really quite need that much cooking, but it went well. It's a night owl as well. You can change all of this just by clicking the shuffle thing. It's a bit problematic with this one because it needs a lot of decor, but I guess we're gonna get to that as well. The colony, yeah, panopticon. Yeah, sounds about right, I don't really care. You can shuffle this as well, so let's embark. The basic idea behind the game is to have some crew, you're gonna have some replicants, I guess. You have alert! Your crew has awoken miles beneath the surface of an unfamiliar terrain body. Oddly, they have no recollection of how they got here. It might be best to start digging. Okay, so we have actually a pause for the game, so that's quite nice. Let me tell you a bit about the terrain. Now, this is your basic, I don't know, like tile from sandstone, most likely. Right? It's sandstone or something like that. That's how it looks like, at least. Okay, specific. Yeah, whatever, it doesn't really quite matter anyways. To be fair, this is the first time actually playing the game, but I've seen a lot of it, so I kind of have an idea. This is fertilizer. Wow, we have fertilizer like just on our doorstep. That's quite interesting. Now, let's pan out a bit. Ooh, a lot of plants. This is good. But it's quite a way up. I don't know if we want to go that far. This is oxygen, breathable. This is also oxygen, also breathable, a lot of grams. This is vacuum and vacuum, but a lot of copper. Then this is coal. We pretty much need all of it. Oh, one main body of water over here and some oxalate. This produces oxygen by itself, but it gets degraded in time. We have a few over here as well. This is algae. This is our main source of food, especially in the beginning, and there's a lot of it around. Actually, we're doing quite nice, I think, at least. More vacuum, more oxygen, water and oxygen. I don't really know how to build now, to be honest. Let's see. This is oxygen, but it's unbreathable. Yeah, we have a few oxygen overlay. There we go. This is contaminated, slightly toxic actually. Wow. So this is nasty. The water is water, so the rest is just oxygen. Okay. What else? Power grid. We don't have power grid yet. Temperature. Yeah, I guess well, warm and fuzzy. The rest is not so warm. Light overview, well, it's the only place we have light. This is liquid plumbing. We don't have plumbing yet. Gas pumping, no gas pumping. Decor, not so much, but I guess the plants are a decor on themselves. And priority overlay, this is basically what you select from this numbers over here and I guess set on whatever you want to do. And we're gonna get to that in a second. Now let's go back to normal mode. Let's come back in. These are our guys, and I kind of forgot what so that's why I actually gave the names of what they will do. They're all gonna be diggers at first, and I'm gonna go from there. Now, the way you actually set up your colony, it is a bit important, because you wanna always have a shifting gases, or I guess a circuit in the gases within your colony, so or that you will actually be able to maintain your oxygen level at the, I guess, normal state without really having that much problem. Now we're going to go over all that, and just so I show you this. So right now there would be about a 5, I guess, overall if we put like that. Come on. Oh, we have a priority somewhere. Where is it? There we go. Now it's a 7. So I guess that's that. Let's let them go. They require toilets and a lot of stuff, some tips. Wow, the camera is really fast, which is quite nice. They are digging. We're gonna go for the water. Oh, actually, we have a bit of a problem over here. Now, let me see. So, this is digging. How it's canceling? Yeah, there we go. We don't really want to get on this, because this is gonna make the water come all the way down here. We don't really want that. So we're gonna leave it a tile up. You know what? No, we're gonna dig like this. Yeah, I have an idea on how to make the gases flow in the direction I actually want to. We're gonna try to do something like a staircase, maybe in one direction or maybe in 2 directions. That's gonna keep the gases coming always towards the center of it all. I guess we don't really want it to the center, maybe. Yeah, we're gonna go with a sort of a stair platforming, only one way, and we're gonna have a big shaft that's gonna lower all the dioxide carbon back towards where we actually wanted it, and over there, whatever that will be, we're gonna try to transform it into oxygen again, because we can scrub it. We have something like that in the game, scrubbers. Okay, now there's a lot of building. There's a few things we really need to start up with. So we have food, we have that, nothing here, nothing here. This is the toilet. We can do a toilet, but to be honest, I don't really want to go there right now. Let's put a pause in, because as I said, I'm new to this. It's the first time I actually play. I've seen the game played a bit though, so I do have what's this? Tasteful memorial. Okay. Spread of disease. This is the spread of disease and stress. Okay, interesting. We can actually plant a few of those and put plants as well. So I have a bit of an idea on how the game works, and I guess we're gonna go from there. Okay, so since we're like in this position, let's go into construction. Let's make tiles, and we're gonna build that. This is like what, 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, let's go with all of those. Let's open it up. They're gonna get the materials and start building it up if they can. The same way, we're gonna need to, I guess, extend this one. that's good that they actually put those tiles first, because we don't want to get in that water all the way back here. That would actually be problematic. So we're going pretty much at the same level. We're going to leave the oxalite on where it is. It's going to produce oxygen for us without us even doing anything, basically. And I do want to get to this material over here. There's not that much, just mostly what's this? Sandstone. We're going to get some coal and a bit of copper. We need copper. We need a lot of copper, to be honest. We're going to have to install some ladders. I kind of want to go inside of here for all this material, but unfortunately that's going to spread our oxygen around. So yeah, I guess that's that. We could build this even more, and we can keep this as a reserve for later on. It's good to have usually like 2 basins of water, or I guess reservoirs of water, one to the left, one to the other side, depending on how you actually really want to build your camp. Otherwise, that's not that important, but usually that's how it actually goes. They're going to make it fall, aren't they? Both of them actually, yeah, they fall down. They don't really quite reach that place. So let's put some more tiles over here. We're gonna make this a bit longer. I guess we're gonna go like that. It should be about enough for us to actually set up. Let's go like this. That should be just about right. And this is like 3 now, 3 high. We want to make it bigger. So we're gonna go like this. And only like this. If they actually can pull this through. We want to have, I guess keep at half the materials. And it falls into water, unfortunately. And all this sand's gonna fall on us as well. He got entrapped. That's a problem. Let's get it all. I can't seem to dig this one. Why? There we go. Now we're ducking. May not do this right. I don't even know. Let's put a pause on it. Let's try to give them more sort of a task, more to prioritize the tasks a bit. So let's put an eye on this one. There we go. That should help out a bit, just so we don't lose more material, because we're gonna use pretty much everything that's around here. There should be a cozy place to put our sleeping beds. We need about 3 of them, at least in the beginning. And I guess we're gonna start from there. A bit of more pause. I don't want to go too long, but I do want to go towards here. I don't want to breach into this, not just yet at least, because there's a lot of good stuff over here. Well, it's slime, but you can refine that later on. We don't want to get to the algae because it's important. And I guess we could build the roof so we don't have the same problem. Then again, it's just going to fall. All the sand is going to fall on us eventually anyways. So you might as well do it now than later on. Yeah, that's going to be a thing. Keep it 3 high, should be just about enough. I don't want to make the colony bigger than 3 high, but now and then we're going to need to have at least a 4, because some of the structures we're going to build inside the rooms are going to be 4 high, so that is sort of a problem overall. So let's go like this for now and let them do their thing. And yeah, we're going to cover all the water if we can, at least. And I guess we're going to install a ladder over here, maybe. No, actually we're going to go like this. We're going to have a ladder on the outside, and if we can, actually 2 of them. This is what? Vacuum? It's vacuum, but it's not that much, and we have 2 plants, so we can actually collect those as well. Let's dig up. There we go, they enclose that, so we could really dig this through, this as well, because we don't want all this dirt around. Whatever this is, sand, and almost probably we can actually use it later on. So I think we're getting close to the nightfall, so we might as well just build some. Let me see, where is it? We want the beds. We don't want the bath, basically, not the bath, the toilet. I'm going to tell you in a second why. It's a bit problematic with the, I guess, the toilet itself. I need to pause a lot because I don't know where things are just yet. We have enough things to actually build our computer, which is quite nice, but we need beds first. So let's see. This is gonna bring all the carbon dioxide this way. So we're gonna set 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and why not? Let's make 4, even if we don't have like 4 replicants. This is the thing that's gonna produce your crew, basically, your people within your colonists. But the problem is, you need to watch out what you actually take You have a few choices, about 3 of them. You can pick only one of them from the tree. But if we're gonna go vomiting, we need to go vomiting all the way. If not, well, if we have like a really good crew member, we could select it, even if it's not necessarily what we really like needed on the long run. If we survive like 10 cycles, I am something. Considering this is like the first time I am actually doing this, that is something as far as I'm concerned. Now, we're not going to put lamps for them. I'm going to pause. I want to see if I already have something to transform the carbon dioxide into oxygen. Apparently not so much just yet. We can make power though. Oh, actually we can. We can make one of these algae deoxidizer, but it uses algae actually, which is a bit of a problem because we usually need that for food, and not only. This you can click and you can see whatever materials you have. So yeah, you can keep that in mind, I guess. It took me a while to actually figure this one out. Well, in a way, because I've sort of seen it. Seeds. We have one, apparently. Organic. This is where we're at. Fertilizer. Oh, only fertilizer. We have like no algae at all. Well, we have some basic food. There's some rationing. That's what we start. We have like 2,000 calories. If you have about 10,000 on a given, like any day, you can keep up with I guess everything else for a while. Now let me think a bit. How are we going to proceed? Yeah, we're gonna make like 2 steps this way, so this is going to get deleted, and we're gonna go into tile mode again, build it like this. I'm gonna leave the algae alone, and I'm gonna make it all this way. Let me delete this. Let's get some ladders. This should bring some stuff. We're gonna make it pretty deep, even if we don't really use it. Ingenious rock, I have like no idea what that's even for. Raw mineral, granite. Okay, interesting. And we're gonna dig all this after they actually no, we're gonna dig it like right now because we really want. No, let me do a trick over here. So mine that, mine this too, all this tree, and all of this. And afterwards, we're just gonna put like a roof there, and we're gonna be pretty much set for the most part. And get the copper as well, because we need that too. What is this? This is dirt. Yeah, it's actually pretty useful as well, but I'm gonna leave it as it is for now. All this vacuum is going to depressurize us a bit, but I think overall we're gonna be just about fine. I also want to build something. Oh, actually, until I find it, let them build on that. So, okay, we do need to make some power. I wouldn't really do it on this level, to be honest. I don't really want to go towards the water that much because I kind of build over it. Then again, I can make like just another flooring. Then again, it's not so incredible anyways. Could really use this water like elsewhere. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I kind of screwed myself a bit here, because we could have went way much better, like the other way, like building towards here, towards all this copper and all this algae, or whatever it's called. Decisions. What can we have like on this? We could make power over here quite easily actually. It should be always filled with most of the oxygen, so that's actually quite good because the runner really needs oxygen because, well, he runs a lot and he consumes a lot, so keep that in mind. Where in God's name is that power? Not over here. I'm pretty sure not there. This is plumbing, food. There we go, but we need what? Raw material, a lot of it. So I guess we're gonna get that as they actually mine all of this. Barely breathable. Yeah, let me see the oxygen overlay. Oh, this is barely breathable, but it is breathable. So I guess there we go. Things get and sink at the bottom. This is carbon dioxide actually. So as you can see, they will need oxygen over here in this small spot. Probably to do the plants, maybe. I don't know. Okay, whatever. We can harvest this, by the way. This should be quite helpful. Let's dig all of this now, including this one. That should give them something to do. Hopefully we're gonna get some seeds out of that. Maybe we can even convert it into food. Apparently I can't really build the energy quite yet. At least I can give them some beds. That's something. And as this is gonna go down, well, to be honest, I could just build like a small room over here and keep this as a reservoir and combine the rest of, I guess build a colony around all of this. That's actually not that bad. Apparently something's new. I can make the computer again. Can I make the power though? Because that would be way much important, because it's not enough just to make the computer. You need also food shortage, suffocation. Wow, I only have like 1,000 calories so far. So I'm probably gonna die even before we actually complete the cycle. Yeah, that's not that funny, I know. I'm gonna set that there, and we're gonna go and place at least 2 batteries right next to it. Right next to it? Yeah, right next to it. There we go. For some reason we had like very few calories, now we have much more. They seem to be entrapped. Hopefully they're not gonna die or anything on me. Where are the other guys? Okay, there we go, they can actually move. Let me see the overlay for oxygen. So they're in a much better zone just about now, I guess. So we're gonna put this here. We're gonna make the science room down here. Yeah, that's where we're gonna go, because we're gonna have power like right next to us, which is actually quite great. Overall, at least. We're gonna... This is what, like 5? That's a bit too much, even for me. A bigger computer would actually fit there, I guess. We can always go this way as well. Yeah, we're gonna go like this. Not really how I wanted it, but I guess it's going to serve our purposes. We'll do like this, so we have like enclosed space as well. Yeah, no. I'm actually going to... No, we need to enclose this, because the water is going to drip down if we're gonna go directly over here. Where did it sleep? Let's see how much oxygen they have. This is quite important. There we go. That's the oxide carbon that they actually are producing themselves. They're gonna mine this. They're gonna build all of this. That as well. We're gonna lose this oxygen over here, but it's not gonna be the problem, especially since we're gonna build like an upper area anyways. Don't really quite know what we're gonna do there, but we're gonna do something. So this is like very breathable, especially because of this oxalite. And over here is just like breathable, you know, but it's okay. It's okay if we have like breathable things. We need to go into power production and science, and from there on we're pretty much just set. We just need to build slowly and slowly onwards until we have like everything we actually need. The idea would be that like all the bad gases are going to come down over here. We're gonna have like some organical producing oxygen thingies. At least that's how I wanted them to be. And we're gonna go from there onwards probably. There's a bit of dioxide building up over here. They're gonna get entrapped in a second, but they do need to cut all of this. They're trying to make the floor apparently. It's more important, guys, that where is it? That you actually mine all of this, to be honest, as far as I'm concerned, than just putting out floors. But I guess we're gonna go from there. Since we're over here, I'm gonna plan a bit ahead, and I'm going to make another room like just there, that big, and I'm gonna have tiles all around. Well, not like that, but yeah, no, close enough. I think they're eating right now. There we go. That should about do it. Suffocating? Who's suffocating, for God's sakes? Okay. Someone apparently is suffocating. They're suffocating? Well, they are suffocating because they're eating like over here where all this carbon dioxide is sort of set. And they can't really get out of it either. Oh well. For some reason I can't really place tiles. Oh, there we go. It was basically on me. Hopefully this is not gonna bite me in the ass. All of this. Oh, this is actually oxygen? Well, it's oxygen with some slightly toxic stuff, so as long as all of this doesn't come to us, it should be just about fine. But they're doing their things, which is quite nice. We're gonna have power in a sec, and that brings me to work. Another thing you should really know, especially when I'm gonna find them. So jobs, vitals, reports, research. vital, this is what they actually have. Jobs is what oh, there we go, this is the work panel. It's quite important because you can select or deselect what each and every one of them is actually going to do. Now the runner should be the only one who's going to produce energy, and I guess you can dig in everything else, but this should be like the most important stuff he's going to do most of the day. So there we go. We're gonna need power apparently. Where is that? Let's put a stop. Wire electricity. There we go. Like this, and like this. That should be about all they actually need. Let me prioritize that because I want them done as fast as we can. That should about do it. Let me... Okay. I'm really starting to figure out the controls over here, and oh my god, I just like started to build a colony and we are like already at the end of the episode. They're really holding, they really need a bathroom. That's okay, I think someone swirled himself. Or something at least, or I think there's just fertilizer on the ground, so we're gonna need some of those containers like quite fast. This is the bathroom. We're really gonna need this, but I don't really want to set it there. To be honest, I might as well just set it here. That would be quite nice actually. So we don't really need the science just yet. We're gonna prioritize this one first. Here we go, and I'm not gonna prioritize, or at least I'm gonna down prioritize this corner because I want it to be built like last. And I guess we're gonna go from there. This is 4 high, so that's a bit of a problem as well. I'm gonna need to deselect this a bit so they can actually have something on to stand on as they're doing that. Yeah, that should be about fine, I guess. Okay, we're gonna need to... I wanted to put like the big, because like 2 things you can research, like a small calculator and a bigger one, and I want to put the second one there, but we're gonna make a bathroom there, so the gases can actually go even lower, or who knows what. We have some space over here. Vacuum's not that... I'm not scared of it. As long as like breathable air around, we don't have that much of a problem. Unfortunately, all this oxalite that, like this one, that stays there is going to get consumed in time, even if we are not really using it. But oxygen is going to stay there. We can use it like on a later turn when we actually get there, if we get there. And I guess for now, that's going to be about it. Not so much for the first episode, but there's a lot to this game. As I said, our goal is to at least end to the 10th cycle, if we can survive that much, because we're really behind, to be honest. We have like no food source so far, just that algae that we took, and well, there is a bit around here, but to be honest, the way I'm planning the base so far, it doesn't really quite get there. I guess we're gonna see how things are gonna go. Okay, so with that being said, if you enjoyed the clip, give it a big like. If you wanna see more, subscribe, and I'm gonna see you guys and gals around.